positive transformation initiatives.
All right.
Okay, please go.
We have made the rule. We have rule already. Just 10 minutes, you come back and tell us what's happening. Yeah.
Act for positive transformation initiative. Act for positive transformation. Oath, please. Oath, please. Your mic, please.
That the evidence I shall give before this honorable committee.
That the evidence I shall give before this committee.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman. See, there are processes for oath taking.
All right, sir.
This is disrespectful to oath taking.
My apologies, sir.
And your hand is supposed to be up.
My sincere apology. I wasn't told. My sincere apologies, please. My apologies. Sorry.
Please go ahead.
Mr. Chairman and the entire committee, I apologize. I, Kolawole Johnson, do solemnly swear
that the evidence I shall give before this honorable committee
that the evidence I shall give before this honorable committee
shall be the truth,
the whole truth,
and nothing but the truth.
And nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God. Sorry about it.
You can sit, please.
Okay. 16 or 17. Okay.
You can sit, please. You can have your seat.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Your face mask?
No, you can sit.
All right.
Okay.
I apologize once more to the committee for that act.
Can you get the mic close to you, if you don't mind? Okay. Thank you.
Once more, I apologize to the committee for that act. I never meant to disrespect this committee. It was an oversight from me. On behalf of my chairman, our board chairman, the secretary, and the 28 volunteers that we have at Act for Positive Change, Transformation Initiative, we want to sincerely apologize that we were not able to appear here yesterday. I was scared to my bones and marrow after what happened at Port Harcourt. If you took a old governor to go rescue the woman, I don't know what will happen to me. I know no governor. So I was very scared. I went into hiding. I came from there directly this morning, and I had to disguise with my Sunday wears. I apologize, please. I'll go straight to our presentation. At the background of this that we do, because lately I've seen some accusations against us. Let's make it very clear why we are doing this. When we started this project last year, March to be very precise, I was assigned to handle Niger Delta Development Commission, while some others were given some other agencies. We discovered that yearly, the NDDC gets an average of between 300 to 380 billion naira. You put that together in the last 10 years, that should be over 3 trillion naira. And we felt if that amount had been spent judiciously in that area, we should have a lot of changes by now. And if there is none, and we decided to take on this assignment, not for any selfish interest, but for the people, for the over 31 million population of the area, with over 70% living under $1 per day. If we can take away corruption from the commission, we believe strongly at heart that we should be able to affect the lives of the people much more. We have been to different places. I was glad yesterday when I heard that Mr. President released a statement that we'll get to the root of this. And I bet it was one of the major reasons why I had to come out of hiding to come to this place. Because before we thought nobody cared. We have not brought allegations to the public space or to be submitted to this committee. We have brought evidence of corruption, evidence of fraud, evidence of contract scam. And some, in fact, we attached documents when we were submitting our take on this. This morning, not to waste our time, I'll just glance through and mention a few of the things we've submitted. We were able to prove the allegations of contract scam in the commission, and that is there in our submission. I believe you have it. And we went through one after the other. Osmosav, Julius Dinger, AHR, and Tails, Buildings, and Logistics. I may not want to go through except you want me to go through. All right. First, on the 26th of April 2020, I was watching Dr. Caro Jugbo on the television, and he was being asked some specific questions. First, that have they awarded any COVID-19 related contract? He said nothing like that, nothing of such. And he went ahead to say that they were yet to award any contract as the management. He was asked again by either the person with him or Sheo, the interviewer, that do you know Osmosav? He said no, that he didn't know any company like that. But right before me, where I was watching, I had documents with me to show that not only have they awarded contract, they have also paid. I'll give an example of Osmosav Nigeria Limited. That was awarded contract of 4.861 billion naira for the supply of medical equipment. And on the 15th, 16th of April, they processed that contract for payment. 15% mobilization was processed for payment, representing 729 million naira. And after tax of 12.5% was removed. 7% for tax, then 7.5% for tax, then 5% VAT. He eventually got 638 million naira in his account on the 28th of April. I can quote the time if they deny. Then, another company, Julius Dinger, also got contract for the provision of awareness on the prevention of spread of the COVID-19 virus in the NDDC state. It was also paid on the 22nd of April. Same with the AHR Global, that was paid also on the same date. Then
sorry, can you, when you're making your presentation,
yes, sir,
it's not good enough to tell us they were awarded contracts.
Yes, sir.
We need to know how much the contract is, what's the contract about, and
all right, sir, Mr. Chairman. Julius, like I explained of the first company, Osmosav, maybe I should just run through the contract for the very first company. Now, now all of these contracts, first, was beyond the approval limit of the management. Secondly, the director of project said on air that they were waiting for the presidential approval. That was when he was on air on the 26th of April, and that approval came on the 30th of April, which means that these contracts were awarded and paid for without approval. Osmosav later got additional payment On the 21st of, on the 4th of May, he got additional 1.646 billion naira. 4th of May. Then on the 21st of May, he got additional 2.269 billion naira. If you put these figures together, it comes to 4.553969714 billion. Now, the question is this. If you are given 4.861 billion naira contract, and the right taxes are removed, 12.5%, there is no way you will be paid this amount, except one. The contract was reviewed later, or in this case, the right taxes and VAT were not removed, and the government was shortchanged, despite the fact that at the initial stage there was not approval for that contract. I moved to Julius Jinga Limited. He was given consultancy, I repeat, not the awareness program itself, consultancy on the provision of awareness on the prevention of spread of coronavirus in the NDDC. Consultancy. I can talk on this because this is my profession. Consultancy, not the actual awareness itself. And the contract was given for the sum of 749 million naira for consultancy alone. Then he was paid 15%, representing 112,409 naira, 112,409,584 naira, 13 kobo. 15%. The batch number was 13656 and the VAT number was 13658. The amount received by this company after tax had been removed is 98,358,386 naira 11 kobo. The date of receipt is 22nd of April. Now, this contract, this company is not a media company. We saw many media payments that we decided not to dwell on, because we saw that those who receive, despite the amount, are professionals. They are in the industry. But this particular company is not a professional. I mean, are the MDs not, or those who own it, they are not professionals. This is an engineering company. So how then will he receive consultancy for a media contract when there are several communicators, media consultants in the Niger Delta not having jobs? This company is an engineering company, I repeat. Now, something is curious about this. After we raised alarm on this, no further payment was made, or that we could trace by the document available to us. So perhaps the contract was discontinued after our alarm.
Before you move on, you said it's an engineering company.
Yes, sir.
Did you see the CSC?
Yes, sir, we searched.
Okay. Do you have a copy?
Well, I can make it available, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, let me just say that I understand the import of what we're doing right from day one. I know corruption fight back. I know they can bundle me and send me to jail easily. When I decided to be the face of this campaign, because we have professionals working with us, auditors, accountants, they sat with every document before we came out, and they counter-confirmed. Number 3, AHR Global Standard. They got the contract for emergency consultancy for procurement of social relief packs for distressed and vulnerable people across the 9 NDDC states. The contract was for 1.246,348,650. The first mobilization was paid on the 22nd of April. They got 186,952,297.5. Enter, because this contract we were not going to question this because we don't know the packs that they have gone to supply. The only thing that we have on these is the fact that 1, it was given and paid for when there was no approval of the president. Then 2, this company is also a transport company. That may not count as such. The only thing we have against is that it was given without approval of the authority. Then tails, buildings, and logistics. This company was given the contract for emergency consultancy for provision of refresher training for caregivers on prevention and treatment of coronavirus. And the contract sum was 268,481,250. 15% mobilization was paid on the 22nd of April, representing 40,272,187 naira 5 kobo. The batch number is 13659 and batch number 13660. After tax was removed, the company received in its account 35,238 naira 164 kobo. Now, ordinarily we should have let this pass without looking deep into it. But the first, again, like others, was awarded without the approval, then was denied on national television. But again, it's a Tails Buildings, not tables. Sorry, it's a mistake. Now, this company is not an health-related company. This is a logistic company, but given a training contract for health care workers, for caregivers. Now, we learned that this company, Sublet, as a matter of fact, I didn't want to go to this stage until Dr. Cairo, that I was privileged to see to it on the national television, said that one Dr. Ofama was handling this project going around the country. And I know that Dr. Ofama did not get this contract directly. She got it was sublet to her by Tails Buildings and Company, and she has only collected 15 million naira, even when they have paid Tails 35 million naira. We may not even, yes sir. No sir. The company that got the job originally, Tails Buildings, had been paid into its account 35 million naira. But the Dr. Ofama handling this only received 15 million naira payment, and she said in her own words, I don't want to, because my initial idea was that this was not executed. But we didn't make that known because we weren't sure. In her own words, she has done many of the states except 2 states. So perhaps the only thing we'll have against this will not be the non-implementation. Will be about the fact that it was again approved without, given without approval. We may not be able to question the sum because our accountant also said it was not out of place. Then if it was that woman that they gave, I think I can guarantee, I know her, she's a professional. She will do a very good job, not speaking for her. Now, perhaps I should just move to other areas because of our time and touch other areas. We have raised alarm. We wrote to these national, to this assembly sometimes back, not too long ago, that the commission should be directed to stop payment of any job, should stop all procurement exercise. And there are specific reasons for that. Not because this is not the time that money should be circulating in the area. Yes, this should be. But because the process has been approved and abused. 1, 2, because you just wonder the kind of things they paid for. The emergency provision in the budget may have to be looked into. Honorable members, perhaps it interests you to know that many of the emergency contracts paid for, many of them were not in the budget. That is extra budgetary spending. Number 2, some items that they paid for are so funny. For example, I saw that they paid emergency consultancy for the construction of infant Jesus. So I don't know, sir. Infant Jesus. Consultancy to construct. I don't know. Maybe they will construct Mary that will give her to David. Sir, this is sad because people die in that area daily. The same water they excrete in, a lot of them drink from it. And some people sit in some office, popping champagne and wasting the money of the people. So I will just, we have enough on our paper, so we'll just close and move over, sir. Let me just take on, because I learned yesterday that there was one, again, I repeat, I'm not after companies, not even after individuals, but for the right things to be done. I learned ClearPoint was here yesterday and denied some payment. Offhand, I can reel out the payment he got. It was after we raised the alarm that they came to the reality that the scams going on there is in the public space, so they could no longer deny a lot of them. I heard from the minute that they have owned up to the 34 million thereabout paid for an event in Dorchester when there was lockdown, when the entire nation was on lockdown. Sir? Yes, award. Yes, sir. Was on lockdown, and they paid that money for. They should just go.
When was that?
Yes, sir. To go drive for a summit, to conduct a summit, to organize a summit on NDDC and investment opportunities in Dorchester, London. It was around 24th of April. Of March. 24th of March. I don't have it here, but I remember. 24th of March. And he got another payment for another event in the US, to be organized in the US. The same day he got the payment. And this period, I asked, where was this done? I don't know. So maybe the committee can look into that for us. This same company was, that same day, he got about 100 million altogether. Yes, sir. He got additional 34 million or so for consultancy on reputation management for NDDC. I don't know what was that for. But one peculiar thing about this payment, if he argues, I will bring out how he spends the money. The money went into private accounts. I said to this committee with all boldness, I'm on oath, the money went into, in fact, the larger percentage went into private accounts. Perhaps you can't get more than 8 million that went into companies. One went into one printing company, then into another company that you don't have details for. So we have individuals that got that payment, including staff of the commission.
Can you
Where is the alarm?
Can you name the members?
Yes, sir. Sir?
There's something I've been looking forward to ask you. And now that you're on oath, I've heard you say it on television, national television, and now you're on oath. I would like to hear about it. The money for foreign scholarships. I heard you say, if I'm wrong, you correct me.
Reverend.
Because he has not talked about that.
Reverend, I believe you will get to that, even though we are running.
It's in your document.
Yeah, it's in the
Please.
It's in the document. So.
While you continue, my question is simple. I'm sorry to interject your flow. My question is, you mentioned there's an allegation you made that from the company, you've not told us the name of the company, then you ClearPoint Communications Limited, and you said money were moved directly from the company's account to some staff account, right? Can you avail us the details of that, the staff in question, and can you let us know? Your microphone, please.
Yes, sir. You permit me to probably Permit me to just mention one person. Just one person. Because this is not a wind hunt. I mean, it's not for any motive. So perhaps that's the one I have.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Clapham Communication transferred money to Charles Odili's account. Union Bank of Nigeria account number 0030066266. To Charles Odili. Charles Odili.
Who is
yes,
Charles Odili?
a staff of the commission. I think he's the director of maybe corporate affairs or so. He transferred on the 25th of March. Remember, I said 24th of March, Clearpoint was paid. So he got money on 25th of March. He got another money on 21st of May.
Can you say the figures, please?
I don't have it here, sir. 21st of May, 2105, he got another payment. This time around, twice. One of these should be 5 million naira on this 2105. One of the figures should be 5 million. In fact, not should be.
Please
5 million naira. Sir? All right, sir. Then 2405, he got 24th 05. 3 days later, he got another transfer from the same company. The 25th 05, he got another transfer from the same company. 26th 05, he got another transfer from the same company. The amount ranges between 1 and 5 million naira, etc. But the ones I have here, I have mentioned. And I put it to them, sir. If they dare deny, I will smoke them.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, sir.
A document you authored. Can you go through it if this is actually what you're talking about? Because this carries the figures and every detail. Can you confirm that? Because he signed it. I have it here.
Sorry, who signed it?
He signed it with your letterheaded paper, ACT. Can you look at this and confirm if it's yours? Because you need to give us figures.
Yes, please. Honorable Ben. Honorable
to know where
Abonta.
he wants to take is coming from. One, how do you get to your phone? You snap it.
Yes, please. Yeah, still on the clear point. Still on the clear point. Do I have the floor? Yes. I saw. Yes. I saw something that took place on the 23rd. I heard you on TV severally. You said something took place on the 23rd of April. 23rd, I saw on your record as well where you mentioned 536 million. The same clear point. And also 641 million in May. Yes.
Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please, can you round up in like 5 minutes, please? Finish your submission, then members can ask 1 or 2 questions. Please, go ahead. Please, 5 minutes, please. Just for
all right, sir. Sir, the rundown of what he got. After the first 100 million naira, on the 23rd of April, he got 536 million naira, which was titled Campaign to Save Lives in the Niger Delta. Campaign to Save Lives in the Niger Delta. Again, the larger percentage of this money went into private accounts and BDC operators. I'm on oath. BDC operators. Yes, Bureau de Change. Yes, sir. Then on the 19th of May, he got 39 million naira. The same company. This time around, they said consultancy on rebuter. That is to say, and they will reply me anyway, my organization released statement out alleging that they made payment for contract without approval, before presidential approval. So they were to reply me. I was on one station, so after I went there, I left. Incidentally, they invited them to the same program to defend themselves. They didn't come. It was said live on the program. So thereafter, they want to reply me, or they wanted to reply me, and they went to hire, according to them, a consultant who they paid 39 million for consultancy just to reply me. That was paid on the 19th of May. If they deny it, we are here, sir. Then on the 22nd of May, they got 641 million naira. Whooping. They said for media support, for forensic media support. Mr. Chairman, I will say that the forensic itself, what stage is it? I can talk briefly on that in just a minute. On the memo that the Minister of Nigeria Data Affairs sent to the President to inform him of the need to start the forensic and to have an IMC in place to supervise it against the board, which I erroneously supported. I apologize. He gave 6 months as a duration to finish the exercise. 29th of October, they were sworn in. That memo was on 25th of same month, October. So they were sworn in 29th of October. And month after, nothing was done except to bring in a lead consultant for the forensic audit. And the 6-month duration finished. No forensic exercise, I can say that. Because it was in May, after this assembly chose to probe them, that they went to BPP to seek for waiver, to handpick auditors, not to advertise in the papers. How can a minister who had nominated MD in that place before, members of board, how can we allow him to unpick auditors, forensic auditors, for that matter, that will audit 20 years of the rape of the Niger Delta people? He handpicked them. How are we sure that they will do a diligent job? Number two, are we sure that these people, do they have the requirement to be in this exercise? Because by law, they must have done at least one forensic audit in the last 3 years. Do they satisfy this? If they do not, we would have wasted our time. One criminal who stole our money for years will go to court and, in fact, and confine all they have done to the dustbin of history if we do not follow the process. I am suggesting, if it is permitted before you, sir, that Mr. President, who means well, should please appoint independent auditors. The hunter now will become the hunted. They can't be negotiating with some politicians. Oh, we saw your name. Bring this amount, you are free. Sir, you gave me a few minutes to just round up. I will just mention the last one, which is the scholarship. Sir, in the last few weeks, we've gotten letters, mails, I have them. I can supply this committee of students, of scholars abroad, who kept crying that their dues are not paid. They are being locked out of school. And one of them challenged me on Twitter and said, I'm making noise about all that. I should please look into their own. It's still there, it's there. I can screenshot and bring. So we went into work and we discovered that rather than paying students or scholars who are abroad, the NDDC team were busy paying themselves money meant for students. At least I saw payment made to officials. I mentioned two on air. I mentioned Dr. Cairo, and I mentioned Professor Ponde DMD. I quoted the account details that they paid that money into. I quoted the day. That was, I think it is here too. They're here. I want to make a very special appeal, sir, that beyond all of my agitation, I think my constituency comes first. The scholars, please, sir, if there can be anything or if anything can be done as fast as possible, even if we need to just bend some things, I'm appealing to us, sir. A lot of them needs to be attended to. In fact, my define the odds to come, that serves as about the first purpose. In the last 3 days, I must have gotten over 40 mails, names sent, videos. I'm appealing on their behalf for us to please do something for them, sir, irrespective of what we can do within the shortest possible time. If I go, sir, without mentioning this, I might not have done justice to this today.
Please, I advise you put your nose mask on and let's observe all COVID-19 guidelines, please. Okay, you can round up, please.
Yes, sir. So, manual plans are with this very last one. I can say this here because this is a standing committee, also an investigative one.
Go ahead, please.
Sir, I don't know if it is possible, sir, for this committee to look into the construction of the headquarters building. I'll explain. I was before the Senate, and the director said they have spent a total of 13 billion naira on that project. There are histories surrounding the project. There are payments surrounding the project that needs to be looked into very deeply. Again, I make reference to Dr. Cairo, who said on the television, first, that the commission kept paying or kept taking 300 million naira as the rent for the place they occupy now, payable to Rivers State government, and only 200 million gets Rivers State. He mentioned that on channels. Then when he went to Arise, he said they take 300 million annually from the commission's purse for Rivers State government, and Rivers gets nothing. Two statements contradicting. But I will state the fact that the commission had never been owned by, or the court only gave Rivers State government the ownership of that property last year. There is a memo in NDDC to that effect. The property had belonged all along to a family, and the family had been taking money. Had been taking money from the commission. They were being paid 83.7 million naira before, but surprisingly, it went to 90 million in year 2012. Then the last payment they made, of course, shockingly, curiously, rose to 175 million naira. That was for 2019. Then the rent expired around November. But by that time, the ownership of the property had been transferred to Rivers State government. So if any payment was made to Rivers State, perhaps it is the present IMC. And the question is this: at a time like this, when there is cash resources, SARS, the first quarter of this year, our revenue to debt ratio was 99%. So 99% of our income went into debt servicing. It is time to save funds. So is it the best for us to put billions on headquarters now with these cash resources we have, or to simply call Rivers State government, you are part of us, please give us this space for free? It was not yours before, you got it now, give us a free, all for some very small amount, and we will save ourselves the money we want to spend on the headquarters. This fast. We can deploy that more to better the lives of the people. Because I'm suspecting foul play. Because again, there are allegations that Road Now, handling the project, has a link with the Minister of Niger Delta Affairs, Senator Godswill Akpabio. I repeat, there are allegations that needs to be proved. That there are links between the minister and the man handling the project. If that is true, maybe then we will see the reason why they are pumping money on the new place. I'm not saying we should leave it there. No, we should. But at least we should respect the state of our resources. Then lastly, sirs, COVID-19. We released a statement signed some 4 weeks back that it is looking like COVID 419 in NDDC. I'll explain, sirs. The day the former EDFA died, may God rest his soul, in the early hours of the day, we heard that after the man died, they wheeled his body to the COVID-19 holding area. And rumors came that they wanted to weave his death around COVID-19. It came out in some few papers. Same day, around 1 o'clock, I was on a live television where I warned the actors involved that number one, those who are spreading the rumor should please stop. Then two, those who are planning to do that, not respecting the dead, should also please stop. But 1 hour later, we saw a memo emanating from NDDC suggesting that what we said was true. Part of the things we heard was that they will go into isolation, then later some persons will be confirmed positive. We have a statement in the public space to that effect, and all of this played out. If it is possible, sir, let them release the list of the staff they said were positive. Because we monitor few of them, we know where they went to. Perhaps they will pack the entire Nigeria then. Thank you, sirs. Thank you, ma. I appreciate the time you gave me.
Thank you very much. Have you submitted your presentation?
Yes, sir, we have.
To the Secretariat?
Yes, sir, we have.
Okay, thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman. I appreciate it.
Okay. Mr. Kolawole Johnson, the committee wishes to appreciate you for your time. And thank you for the good work you have done. We'll look at your submission and we hope we'll find it useful in the course of our investigative work. So we wish to appreciate you most importantly. Thank you for coming.